The legendary Tom Ryan and the Branson Bulls. He was already a legend of 40 years. He has seen boys soccer in the state of California when it's only been in the North Coast section. He has seen it when the North California Regional was finally added in 2018. But today he is a legend for one more reason, and the fact that the Branson is the first California Interscholastic Division 5 boys state soccer champions. You and Bennet and your entire family, and obviously all of these young men that your extended family, just what's in your heart right now, Tom?
Yeah, just so proud, Eric, of the entire team, and then we knew we were representing not only our families but our community, our league, our section, and then Northern California. And instead of it being heavy and weighty, I think we accepted that challenge, and the boys just kept responding. And again, today was another indication of, I guess, their heart, their character, their will to win. And again, my hat goes off to a great Garfield team who really had us under the gun at times. But part of what we've done this year is we've bent, but we didn't break. And it was the same thing today. So yeah, over the moon with excitement. And like you said, I've been around for a long time, but this puts icing on any cake, and it's such a wonderful, it's a wonderful time in my life.
Tom, maybe it's because of this great young man, Bennet, like just because you're still showing me the same youthful energy and at exuberance as if we were back in in the first few years in the first decade. When CIF says it's no longer just going to be about North Coast Section and Northern California Regional, and we are going to implement for the very first time in high school soccer a state championship, what did that do for you and your coaching staff and the boys just to even think that, like, hey, that there is a level, even further into March than than maybe we've already played before?
Yeah, I mean, I think it raises the level of excitement. And everyone knew that there was a potential for that to happen. And again, I think it's a dream. You put it out there, and it's another thing to, as you go along step by step, that you then get closer and closer and closer. And I think when we beat again a really good Crystal Springs team last weekend, to actually get here, then all of a sudden was like, hey, wait a minute, we're going to the inaugural state championship.
Yeah, it's unreal.
So over the moon, and for the boys to get here, and not only get here but to win it, it's just, I'm so happy for them. And I think every coach would say this, but the amount of time and energy that these student athletes put into this extracurricular activity, for it to pay off with a state championship, I mean, that's the ultimate.
You talked about the bend but not break aspect. Obviously, the shootout against Crystal Springs, where Nicolo, and the guys, rose to the occasion in a truly a magnificent moment. But then today, as Nicolo and I were talking earlier, you guys are up 1-0. There's a foul right at the edge of the penalty area. We don't know. Maybe could it be a PK, or maybe is it a free kick?
Goodness,
it ends up being a free kick. Then they, credit to Garfield. They run a very creative misdirection play, and he comes up with one of his most clutch and pivotal stops of his entire career. And I thought that was a true momentum shift, because then Jonah goes down and gets the insurance goal shortly after that. Does that whole series of events just kind of define like just the grit and the character and the will and the determination of this team?
Yeah, I would say very much so, Eric. I mean, when you have a keeper in behind like we do with Nico, he bails us out. And high school soccer, for a guy as big as strong as he is, to come out and just catch crosses, anything that gets played in the box that's a little bit long, he's right up on the top of the box grabbing it. And and that is invaluable, because not a lot of keepers have that courage, or have been trained to do that. And with him in behind, a pretty steadfast defense again that bent but didn't break. It's kind of tough. It's tough to get more than a couple against us, I would say, at this stage of the season.
And even when they did, as I said to Nico, like against Petaluma, you're like, okay, well, if you're going to score 3, then we'll just score 5, right?
Right, which, wasn't the game plan.
Of course.
But it got so wide open. You want to go grab that, Benny?
Yeah.
You want to go grab that for Pa? It was so wide open. that you know, sometimes you just got to let it go.
Absolutely,
You know, and not try to overcoach it.
Absolutely. Well, you've let Bennet go, and you will not let this feeling go ever. 12 seniors going out in the most fitting way possible, and obviously the Branson Bulls 2-0 over Garfield to become the first ever Division V boys state soccer champions. Tom Ryan, it took 40 years, but I hope it was worth every second.
It absolutely was.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you so much, Eric.